start here. Davenport will be out. Looks like that's a season ender there. So still getting some other opinions on it. Barnes is going to be down a significant amount of time. And then really everybody else is day-to-day. Mack will be day-to-day. Laporta's day-to-day. And Branch is in the protocol. So, but as of today, he was doing pretty good. So we'll see where that goes. All in all, once again, kind of we talked about it yesterday, but, it was really a good team win. Offensively, the objective was to start it out on offense, get up, score early, kind of set the tone for the game. I thought our O-line, our backs, receivers did that. Tight ends, it was the whole offense, man. Our receivers block, and St. Brown I thought was outstanding. But our O-line established that, went down there and scored, got up early, and then defensively really finished the game for us, with that type of mentality. So, we won the run battle, 188 to their 77. Corralled this number one, only gave up 13 points. Defensively, 1 of 9 on third down. 2 sudden change stops, only 4 explosives. So defensively, Kirby and Carlton Davis, I thought, played really, really well. Hutch, Reeder's a force in there. Hutch is relentless, as we know, and Branch made a lot of plays there. So offensively, St. Brown played at a very high level. Pass game, and like I said, the run game, man, he blocked his rear off. And then that old line across the board, Decker, Graham, Frank, Zeitler, and Sewell, and then our backs. David set the tone. Gibbs had some really good runs. I thought Brock Wright probably played his best game up to date, and then it was good to see TP. He really does fit us like we talked about last week. And then special teams, Fox was, I don't know how you play any better than Fox did as a punter. 5 punts, first one touchback, 68 yards, and there's a penalty on it, so they start at the 10. Then he has a 61-yarder. They start at the 2-yard line. Great job by Doris getting down there. Then puts them on the 12. Then he puts them on the 9. Then he puts them on the 7. So their average start line was the 8-yard line after 5 punts. Big time, man. Fox just continues to raise his level of play, and we had no penalties in the special teams unit. So I thought he and Dorsey really excelled on teams, but that was really the story of the game.
I feel like we can hear it a little bit in your tone. A win is dampened by injuries, especially season enders. First of all, does he look like he's facing an IR to return stint?
We're not going to know that. We're still getting second opinions on that. What we know right now is he's going to be down for a little while. We know that. And then it's just a matter, as these opinions keep coming back, how long is that going to be? Is it, it's the knee. So, is he going to need something done other than one of the ligaments, and can it scar in? Can these ligaments scar in and everything will be good, just needs time? Or we know he's going to need to be down for a little while the knee heals. And then once it heals, is it going to need surgery type thing? So.
And then with Davenport, obviously you target him very with reason and purpose, just because of the way he rushes the passer and how that complements Hayden. Just wondering, what's your confidence level in your alternatives? It seems like that's a natural place for maybe Josh to step up and pick up some of the slack.
Yeah, look, it's why we have the depth that we have. I mean, that's the whole purpose behind bringing in the guys we do, because your first line, your first unit across the board is, the odds of playing with every one of those guys every game of the season, there's a slim chance of that happening. You got to have the depth. So to what you're asking, yeah, I have a lot of faith, and Pascal's going to, it's going to be big for him. He's going to take a load over there now, and he played an outstanding game, by the way. He was another one. I thought he played really well yesterday. He was physical, continues to grow. So, we're going to need him to step up, and have all the faith in the world that he will.
Along those same lines, with the guys backing up here, just the confidence level you have there, maybe what options do you like there?
Yeah, well, there again, Alex doesn't play yesterday. Barnes goes down, and, Germ steps in. Rodrigo started for us with Jack, and then Neiman played for us. And all those guys, I thought, stepped in and did a good job for us, and really, like Neiman stepped in. He didn't take any of those reps in practice. And so he just steps right in and really doesn't miss a beat, So we got a lot of depth. We trust every one of those players in there. Look, it hurts. It's going to hurt to lose Barnes. Barnes playing at a high level, but if it's got to happen in any room, the linebacker room gives you faith because all those guys can play. We have a ton of faith in those guys.
Levi, you guys put such a load on him through camp, and he showed that he's ready, and I think he's averaging a little bit more than 40 snaps. I imagine he's also part of the replacement plan, whether he needs to step up a little bit for Aleem, or certainly we saw him do plenty of edge work in week 2. Is there any concern, I guess, with a player coming back from injury, and certainly a back injury long term, just load management over the course of the season? Are you confident his body can handle 40, 50 snaps a game over 17?
Yeah, look, there is a concern. There can be a concern, but I'll say this: the odds of him continuing to be able to take on a load and throughout the season, a lot of it is also predicated on him continuing to take care of his body. There's things that he does that people probably don't even realize. I mean, aside from his own strength training, conditioning, but it's also he does a ton of different core work, exercises, things just to get himself to continue to stabilize himself and that back and the core and everything that takes stress off his back. So as long as he continues to do that, which he will, you lessen the odds by a lot that he's not going to be able to hang on. So I feel pretty good there. He's in a good place, and he's been able to sustain and play at a pretty high level.
A couple more guys really showed up yesterday, led the team in solo tackles. Just curious what you thought about his performance, both in coverage and in run defense.
Yeah, listen, he played really well, and I know, like I say, he was one of those guys that I thought played at a really high level, and he's gotten better every week. And man, that's the guy I know. That's the player I know, man. He's sticky in coverage. He was physical in the run game, high effort. I made a comment up there. We did a lot of punt safe, because of what they do on their punt team. They have some different looks, and I mean, he's busting his rear to try to cover the gunners down there. Going down the field, just all out effort, and so. Played a physical game on the perimeter. And I would say as a whole, you turn on the tape, it's one thing to see your O-line, D-line set the tone for a game, but I think, man, you want to see a physical team. Look at the receivers in the run game. Look at the DBs in the run game. And, man, our guys come up and hit, they block, they tackle, and CD was one of those guys, man. He was physical. He was a force.
Constantly setting the tone with this team. These are some significant guys that you may lose here for a while. What's the attitude that you want them to take as they move forward this season and you have to call on other players?
Yeah, look, it's not our first rodeo. I mean, we've been through this, man. I mean, we got hit like this immediately in 21. I mean, so, I pretty much said coming out of that year we would never have another year where we felt like this got on us, or, man, everybody assumes, and I've said this before, it's why you have a 69-man roster, because every one of those guys is going to have to help you at some point or another, and we're developing those guys as well as the young players that are on the roster, the vet squad, all that. So these guys know, man, it's next man up, and we don't bat an eye. We acknowledge there's some good players that could be down, but this is your opportunity now. Next man step up and help us, and that's it. I mean, there's no looking back. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to feel sorry for us. We move forward.
Do you have any sense of where Kamish is in his recovery, given the ability to maybe help out in this area?
Yeah, that's still way off in the distance. He's doing well, but this is, this is going to be a while.
Practice squad, a guy like Pat O'Connor, a guy that you brought in here.
One of the reasons we got him, you know, and wanted him here is because we know it's just a matter of time before we're going to need Pat, and it could be sooner than later, to your point.
Thank you, Dan.
Okay.